and help create jobs and provide digital skills across the U.S. is Ms. Katherine Shappley. She's Director of Facebook's North American Small Business Team. Rich, I know we're going to be excited to hear some of the things Katherine's going to share with us this morning. So how many times are we going to ask her a question? We just wanted to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, Katherine, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rich and Michael. Really appreciate it. Excited to be with you guys today to talk about.
Come about, what's the backstory?
Sure. So I certainly don't need to tell you guys that small businesses are really the heart and soul of communities. You know, whether you're in Austin or Atlanta or in my hometown that I grew up in Mississippi, they provide connections for communities all across the country. And as you mentioned in the intro, they are also the engine of our economy, creating jobs for Americans across the U.S. And at Facebook, we've been investing in small businesses for a number of years in an effort to help them grow and create more jobs for people around the country. And what we're doing with Facebook Community Boost is really taking those efforts to the next level. We know that businesses need to be online to connect with customers so that they can grow their sales. And we're hearing from our customers that Facebook is driving sales. In fact, over half of them say they've increased sales using our platform. But what's even more exciting is that they're also saying that using Facebook to grow their business has allowed them to create more jobs. And the other thing we're thinking a lot about is as small businesses create new jobs, we need to help people in these communities with the digital skills that they need to be successful and take the jobs that are being creative. And so that's really what Facebook Community Boost is all about. We're excited to be launching next year in 30 cities around the country.
Yeah, you mentioned two things about around the country and especially on those 30 cities, but you also mentioned about small businesses being a driver of the national economy. We've had the actual administrator for the entire SBA in the studio and talking about, I believe the stats are staggering, somewhere in the upper percentile of 90, 95, 97% of all GDP is generated by the exact people that we're having this conversation about, ourselves included, but small businesses throughout the country. And Mark actually has been to a multi-city tour around the country, kind of on the ground. Talk to us about that story of collecting this intel, if you will, to develop this program, the Boost program.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Mark has had the goal of visiting every single state in the country this year. And this week he was in St. Louis and announced that because of everything we're seeing in terms of how small businesses drive the economy with jobs and create vital connections in our communities, we really want to invest more in them. As I said, we're already seeing success in the investments we've made. We have a program called Boost Your Business, and we've trained 60,000 U.S. small businesses
Wow.
over the last few years. And what those customers are telling us in those markets is, look, this is fantastic, but we need you to come for longer, and we need you to go deeper in terms of the training that you're offering. And so we really believe there's an opportunity to do more and actually to make it about more than Facebook.
Give us.
We are right now partnering with an organization called Red Circuit. You may have heard of it. They are an adult education organization, and we're partnering with them to teach people digital skills, 3,000 over the next 3 years. And what's incredibly promising about that program is that we are looking to make sure we place 92% of those people in jobs.
Wow.
In the program. And so that's what this is about. It's about helping small businesses create jobs, and it's about helping people in communities, equip them with the skills they need to be great employees for those jobs.
Now you mentioned these 60,000 people. Give us a 2-point question here of what were your expectations going into this? What's your ideal outcome? And what have been some of the takeaways or observations from some of those attendees?
Yeah, so, our goal is to help businesses grow, and to see them create more jobs. 60,000 was a start. We're gonna do whatever it takes to reach as many small businesses as possible in those 30 cities. And again, reach as many people as possible so that we can really strengthen communities across the country.
Well, and I'll just...
We also, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, we also already have 70 million small businesses on Facebook using our free product, Facebook pages. And we want to enable more people to use our product, again, to grow their business, with the ultimate goal of creating more jobs for the economy.
Yeah, I was going to mention that 70 million stat, so yeah, you got your work cut out for you. But because people do often think about Facebook being the social platform for people to connect in communities and so forth. But I know over the last year we had another representative from Facebook call in. I think it was about a year ago. Really get looking to kind of spread y'all's wings or get more in the sandbox with small businesses, which, as we mentioned, not only drives the economy but ties in the employees. So talk to us about the relationship with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and what you all have been doing there.
Sure. So we co-sponsored a survey of small businesses on Facebook with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce this summer. And, we were incredibly, excited about the results that we saw there. 1 in 3 businesses on Facebook say that they actually started their business on the platform. And over half of them have said that they're able to sell their products to customers in other cities, states, and countries. I mentioned before that 4 in 10 have been able to hire more people. But again, our focus is on getting to those 6 in 10 that we haven't been able to reach fully yet, so that they can all create more jobs and help the economy.
Well, it's interesting this is Michael, as you wrap up 17 and go into 18, the timetable on having some of these sessions. I know our small business owners who are dialed into us today are probably wondering, wow, when will this program be in Atlanta and when will it cover some other southeastern cities? But, how many folks do you expect to train in the individual cities? You mentioned you've a number identified all throughout the year of 2018, which is amazing. We're already almost a fifth of the way into the new millennium, right. And it's just racing ahead. I'm sure glad Facebook is pulling or pushing us along the way.
Yeah, so, as I mentioned at the top, we are committed to visiting 30 cities next year. We've actually only identified 5 so far that we're going to be going to. We're visiting St. Louis in January, and we know we're heading to Houston, Des Moines, Albuquerque, and Greenville, South Carolina. So that leaves a lot of cities that we still want to come and visit. And the best thing that your community can do, and what we would ask, is for people to tell us, why we should come to Atlanta. What it is that help those small businesses and the people in the community. And we are asking for stories from the community at facebook.com/tellcommunityboost. So we would love to hear from folks in Atlanta so that we can put you on that list for next year.
Well, let me go ahead and ask you again before you go ahead to see, repeat that Facebook boost one more time for us so all the listeners can grab it. With the right website, the right place to get information and put their stories.
Yes, absolutely. You'll go to facebook.com/tellcommunityboost.
I got it. So I know Atlanta's very excited about it. Rich has got one question just dying to ask.
Well, I'm just thinking, if with the connections y'all have, see about bringing people to Atlanta, can you get Jeff to bring our Amazon to Atlanta? Can you make that happen for us? Hello?
Yeah,
Catherine, yeah. I guess that was a wrap. So
I think we wrapped up, Rich. It's amazing. We've got Facebook on the line today talking about Greenville. I guess the next opportunity for us to put together a tour bus company.
Well, that, and it looks like we need to get to that site and get folks, Georgia and beyond, of making a push for these events happening in 2018 for Facebook.
Well, as we all know, you got to tell your story, so the people in Atlanta certainly will be able to tell the story on that Facebook boost process. We'll get that out in the bottom of the show notes so that everybody, as they listen to the show, can certainly communicate with Catherine and let her know what Facebook needs to do to help Atlanta be their next city on the tour. So, Rich?
And finally, to close out this spotlight episode for Georgia Business Radio, if you want to find out more information about this show, listen to audio clips and so forth, and find those links, just go to georgiabusinessradio.com, and we'll see you on the next episode. We'll see you on the. We used to say see you on the radio. Now we see you on the internet.
See you on the internet.
Right?
Thanks for being with us today, Rich. It's been great to be with you, and thank you, Catherine, for dialing in.
Absolutely.